Hello everybody, my name is Ahmad Faizin, and in this opportunity I will show you my analysis about short story entitled The Little Red Hen. First of all, I will explain about the plot analysis. In the exposition, during the exposition, we are introduced to the main character, the Little Red Hen, and also there are the minor characters that are pig, cat, and rat. Indeed, it introduced us the setting and the main character's daily routine, like she always looking for food, looking for warmth, for her chicks, cause she is a hen. In this exposition, inciting moment occurs when the little red hen found a seed of wheat. She thinks that if it planted well, it could be made into a delicious food. Then racing action. In the racing action, rises in the story when the little red hen asked his other friends to plant the seed, but all of her friends says no, so she did it by herself. Afterward, she kept asking them to help her, but the answer always a denial. Then in the climax, you can see that climax in the story is when the bread is almost ready, and everyone in the barnyard could sneeze its delicious smell. Next is falling action. Falling action is when the bread finally comes up from the oven with a tempting look showing that it is all ready to be served. Then, as the denouement of the story is, as her habitual, the little red hen then asks again the cat, rat, and the pig for who will help her to eat the bread. They say that they will do it, but the red hen say no because no one helped her to make it, so no one will help her eat the bread either. In addition of plot analysis, the setting is the story is taking place at a normal day in a barnyard. I believe this because it is clearly stated in the exposition by the author. After we analyze the plot, the next is point of view. As you can see, in the story, the point of view is third person omniscient. It is because the author knows what the feeling inside of the character like. The author knows that the little red hen dearly loves a fat and delicious worm. The author also know the main character talk like in the pig one. She thought she ought not to take time to plant the seed. In addition, for the conflict is the main character versus the society. The next is the character traits. There are two characters. The first one is the main characters, and the second one is the minor characters. The main character is the red hen. Red hen is a round character because she could feel happy, she could feel tired and cheer. And also, the red hen is a dynamic character because her point of view when asking her friend is changed. Before she was believed that by asking them they will help her, but at the last moment when she asked them, it was just only as her habit. The next is the characterization for the red hen. Red hen is a responsible character. You know, even though she wants to plant the seed, she still keep feeding her chicks and make them take an afternoon nap. Then we go to the minor characters. In the story, the minor characters are cat, pig, and rat. All of them are flat character because they only feel lazy and they only want to grow up. They don't feel any other emotions. All of them also are dynamic characters because at first they denied the hen's request. Then when when the hen asks them to help her to eat the bread, all of them say yes. The next is symbolism. So far in the story, I could find two symbols. The first one is a hen. Hen is a symbol of mothering. As a mother, a hen always do her best on taking care her child. As you can see in the story, the little red hen always priority her chicks first. If the chicks on a well treatment, then she could do working the seed. The second symbol is bread. Bread represents a sacrifice. In this story, the little red hen spends her time and energy to transform a seed of wheat into a bread. That is kind of sacrifice by the hen. Then we go to the theme. I found two themes here. The main theme is nothing is free. If the one wants something, that one have to work on it. As you can see in the story, the minor characters, the cat, pig, and rat, are wanting the bread, but they do not work on it, so they never get it. The next theme is in a society, we should help each other because we live together. That's what the little red hen understand about society, because when we live in society, we need others because we are human. So if we do everything together, even though it is bad or it is hard, we can do it by together. The next is the literature element. In this story, I found that this story uses a variety of imagery, like her pickety-packety fashion. It is kind of kinesthetic imagery. Then she called loudly. It is kind of audio imagery. There is many of them, but I take these two. The story also has an irony. That even though the red hen adopting the bread is consumable, she's still happy in joy. It is in the last page. She did not know whether the bread would be fit to eat, but choice of choice. The next is connections to another. In this story, I could find two connections. The first one is other text. The other text that I think related to this story is a philosophy aspect. I mean, in life, everything is simple as long as you know how to do it correctly. For example, planting a seed. Planting a seed is like having a pet. You need to take care of them. You need to give attention to it. When it is time for it, you feed them. When it gets dirty, you pet them, you water them. I also remember that this theme of the story is a bit similar to the story of Forrest Gump. In the story, Forrest Gump was showed as an idiot boy. He has an old syndrome. But he could able to be a soldier. He could able to be a loyal lover, even though his love has already been with another guy. All he did is keep struggling and never give up. He kept believing, and with no high expectation, she got a worthy result at the end. And the last one is formulate opinions. Well, I think I agree with what happened in the story. The author told us that everything is not free. If we want something, then we need to do it seriously. For instance, if we want to get scored well on a test, we have to study hard for it. We need to read a lot of books. It is kind of sacrifice too. I believe as long as you give your best, you will be paid off a worthy result. Uh, that I think that is all. So thank you for listening. Thank you for paying attention and keep learning too. Thanks.